My daughter Caroline has level 3 autism, the most severe level on the spectrum. She is nonverbal. She is dependent on others for all her needs, bathing, dressing, food prep, and even for wiping after using the toilet. She is 34 years old, but like a small child. She once lived happily in an HCBS waiver-funded community home, just 5 minutes from my house. She could visit her parents every day, but that stability was abruptly taken from her with the introduction of the HCBS settings rule. Her home was located adjacent to a private intermediate care facility, which under the settings rule was presumed institutional. As a result, she was forced out of a setting where she was truly flourishing. She was moved in with a family home provider where she suffered a black eye, a bruise which covered the entire top of her foot, and a busted chin and mouth. She was then moved in with a private provider who moved her again to a home 2 hours away. Stability, daily visits with her family, living without fear of abuse, all gone. She was and still is devastated. Over the last 7 years, Caroline has lived under the care of people who have referred to her as demon-possessed and people who have little understanding of her needs. Caroline has endured 134 unexplained injuries, most of them bruises to her hands and arms, including a shin bruise the size of a tangerine, a hematoma the size of an orange to the back of her leg, a black eye, large bruises and deep scratches to her breast, many bruises to the tops of her feet, a 1-inch gash to the back of her head which required stitches, many urgent care visits, and abandonment at the emergency room. She has been sprayed from a water bottle as an aversive technique. She has had food restrictions. Staff is unable to successfully transport her to community outings. Kentucky oversight agencies are unable to help her because she is nonverbal and can't provide evidence to explain what happens to her. Guardians have little to no say in her care. Caroline's current community setting has all the qualities of a prison hidden in a tiny home in a small town in western Kentucky. The HCBS settings final rule is supposed to protect the rights of people with disabilities by ensuring they live in community-based, inclusive settings. But in practice, it has done the opposite. It has uprooted individuals from the places they call home, often against their will or without their understanding. It has stripped them of the very thing it promised to defend: autonomy, respect, dignity, and safety. People with disabilities now have no real say in where they live. Private provider Medicaid-funded waiver group homes are often the only option. The HCBS settings final rule makes it impossible for families of Kentuckians with disabilities to create alternative living communities, farmsteads, assisted living communities, or neighborhoods designed specifically for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. These are not segregated settings. They are thoughtful, supportive environments created by families who know their children best. They are inclusive in every sense of the word. A repeal of the settings rule would allow individuals with disabilities and their families to have the same freedom of choice that the rest of us take for granted. Caroline wakes crying every day. Is she demon-possessed? No. Has she descended into hell? Yes. My daughter just wants to be happy. Let her be part of our world.